Hello everyone, this is Ruby. It's going to be a very quick video tonight. I'd like to talk to you about making your own book plates. Oh gosh, I'm molting again. I'll be bald by the end of the week. Gosh, sorry about that. Yeah, making your own book plates. Now, I've tried to make some tonight out of an old drinks can. And I've bled for you. You know, I bled to do this video. I've got a die. I was cutting up the can, by the way, not using the die. Now it's fine. Look, it's fine. Because when you cut something out with a die, it gives you a beveled edge. But you've got to be really, really careful when you're cutting your can open. It's just cheaper than craft aluminium, and you know, it's coming out the rubbish. But it gives you a lovely beveled edge, so you know you're safe once you use a die. But you've got to be really careful as well, unless you've got one of those dies that cut the frame out as well. Mine only does that. So what I have to do then is I cut two of these, and then I have to get my craft knife and my cutting mat. You know, you've all seen my magazine. There we go, here's my cutting mat. And I metal ruler, and I cut that bit out, and that's what I have to do. You can just make a little slit and use a pair of scissors, but I find it's a bit more accurate if you use a craft knife. But if you guys know where I can get a die that doesn't cost £1 million, that will cut the base and the frame, if you can send me a link, I would love to know that. I really, really would, because these are great. You can stick your bit of paper in the middle, you glue the bottom, you put a brad in the side, so you don't need to glue the sides or anything, and you can slip your bit of paper in and out. Now that's marvellous. But because you're cutting that bit out, you've got to use a craft knife, because that bevels it down as well, you know, but obviously not as well as a die would. But yeah, it's okay in an emergency. It's okay as a metal product. Something that I like to use are these. They're called copper plant tags. Now they come with wire as well, so you can use this to make beads with. Copper beads. I mean, it's good for you if you've got arthritis or rheumatism, isn't it? So, you know. Now these are being finished. You can't cut yourself on these. These are great. And all I do on these is I punch another hole with my punchy thing. Oh, crocodile. Yeah, I'll punch another hole there, and it marries up. And this looks really nice. And because it's copper, when this oxidizes, you get that beautiful, beautiful verdigris. It's gorgeous. So, I mean, you can put this down the spine of a book, you can hammer letters in it, you can emboss it, you can do all sorts with it. I prefer it to a drinks can, because you don't cut yourself with it, and it's already cut for you. Yeah, you can put a die on it, I suppose, but what's the point? It's a really nice shape, and all you've got to do is hole punch, which again gives it a bevel, so you won't cut yourself. But anyway, if you put in a brad there and a brad there, you're going to cover that anyway, so that is really good. You get 10. Now I got these, well, my husband got them for me in Wilkinson's or Wilko, and I think he paid £1. Now at this time of year as well, they're chucking their garden stuff out, so you should be able to get a little bit of money off that. But what I also like to do, we've all seen this business, this tape, yeah, and I've made one for you, and I could use scissors, and there's no way on this beautiful sweet earth that it's going to cut you, and it's brilliant. You can also emboss it. I mean, look at that, isn't that gorgeous? Because when you do it, obviously you're preparing up your cardboard, and it looks really crappy, doesn't it? I mean, look, you're all over the place. It's wrinkly, and you've got your strips of tape and showing. But the minute you emboss it, it just, oh, luscious. It really is lush. So yeah, that is a really good way of doing it as well. And it is metal, and obviously it will oxidize It's great. What I like to use as well is slug tape. Slug and snail barrier tape. Not only does it protect your herbs and not harm slugs and snails, yeah, but it's the same stuff. It's, look, that's it embossed, and it's the real McCoy. It oxidizes beautifully, and that beautiful verdigris. It comes like this. Now, you've got loads of choices when you buy this, so be careful. Okay, but this is what it comes like. There you go. When you peel it off, it's sticky, and it's gorgeous stuff. Now this comes from Home Bargains. Now in the UK we got it's a discount store. I got 4 meters and it costs £1.49. Now my husband says that Wilko's do it as well, and you get 2 meters I think for £1. So it's more economical to buy 4 meters obviously for £1.49. The pound shop do it, but again you get 2 meters. So this is the best way. He went to a garden centre to see if he could get more, and he couldn't. But the price, he nearly had a heart attack. So you be careful. Yeah, it's slug and snail barrier tape. It's copper adhesive tape. It also really works on your young plants, your herbs and things like that, that slugs and snails love, like dahlias when they're coming through, or pots of herbs, or any young plants. You know, be careful. But this stuff is brilliant. So I love copper. I just really love copper. So but if you want something for your spines or a book plate or something, and you can just stick a bit of paper on it, but you can also stamp it. You can stamp it with ink, obviously, your permanent ink, but you stamp it, you know, where you punch metal stamps, you know, that hammer job, or emboss it. Like I say, you can emboss it. Yeah, this stuff is brilliant. I mean, they are quite expensive at 10p each. This, you got like, what, 12-13 foot of it. So, no, you got even more. No, you haven't. About 12-13 foot, something like that, 4 meters. But it's just lovely. It's beautiful. Obviously, that's not. But if you want to, I mean, you can obviously cut your thing out there, yeah, and it's fine. Oh, if you overlap your piece of cardboard, you won't get green showing through. But I find when you cut it out with the die, it like stretches it slightly, so it does your edges for you. I really advocate using your tape, so over your drinks cans and your ready cut rounded safe things, because when you're using a drinks can, that will happen. Be really careful. And don't forget, if you know where I can get the die that does this, I've got the die that does this, but if you know where I can get the die that does this, I will love you forever. I really will. So please let me know. But book plates are expensive, you know, and if you can make your own, why not do that? I mean, obviously you can make your own design if you're using the cardboard. If you're using this sort of thing, and obviously when you run it through a die thing, it does sort of flatten it a bit. I mean, I haven't embossed these. I didn't emboss these, and they got quite a nice little texture there. But obviously it's not as beautiful as if you emboss it. But it does flatten it when you run it through your die casting machine anyway. But oh, I wish I had a good thing. But anyway, you can draw your own pattern. You can cut your own thing out. It's great for making embellishments. You know, dangle things to put on your tags. It's great to put down the spines. It's just interesting, and because they're real, this is like real copper, it'll oxidize naturally, and you don't have to fake it, and so it's natural. And you know, nothing is better than nature at producing these beautiful colours. So you know, go with it and give it a go. See what you think. See what you think. And if you've got any problems, let me know. If you want to know links the way you can buy it online, I can do a bit of research, because it's, you know, I don't get out much. Little agoraphobic joke there. So you know, I can do that for you. You know, but you know, just I'm not sure if B&M do it as well. You know, all those discount places. But if you go to a garden centre, you're going to need 2 references and about 6 months of wage slips. So you know, save a few bob. Save a few bob, that's what it's all about. Well, I'm sorry about the dubbing on this video. It's probably going to be behind the pictures again, which is why you haven't got a flip through tonight and you haven't got a tutorial tonight, because I need to read about 8 million articles on how to get a video done properly. So I'll plough through that, but again, if anyone knows what I'm doing wrong, I'm going to try a different camera as well. I'm going to try using a phone. I'm using my daddy's camera at the moment, so but if I can't come up with anything in the meantime, if you guys could let me know, I would very much appreciate it. I would also now love to thank those really kind people that have been leaving me comments on my Booksmith challenge video, for taking the time and commenting. They are beautiful comments, and thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I can't believe it, and I can't believe that 94 people have watched one of my videos. I just can't believe it. It's amazing. It's marvellous. I feel like I'm outside already. I feel like I'm out there, and I've stayed in my nice cosy place. It did look beautiful outside this morning, looking through the window, seeing all the sparkles everywhere. We had our first frost of the winter, so beautiful sunny day, pouring in through the window, but it did look pretty this morning. So but yeah, you guys are really kind. You've been wonderful, and the confidence boost you've given me. Oh, I just can't begin to. I just can't begin to thank you all enough. I'm bowled over by it. So before I get all emotional now, thank you very much, and I'll try and fix the video problem. And night night. Thank you.